Respected elders, dear friends, and dearest students, greetings and heartfelt gratitude for sparing your valuable time to view this video. All of us, without exception, are facing this challenging period of COVID-19 lockdown with a breach in our daily routines. Let's hope that this lag period of zero dentistry is only a passing cloud and soon our practices will regain its zenith. Loaded with prayers, the presentation is titled Long Live Dentistry. We have two things to address. One, the magical wand for excellence. Two, the safety weapons against airbornes. The magical wand for excellence. Let's begin with a quote from John W. Gardner, the late American Secretary of Health, Education and Welfare. I quote, "Excellence is doing ordinary things extraordinarily well," unquote. The difference in the words ordinary and extraordinary is the extra. So, what is that extra an individual should cultivate for excellence? The single, undebated answer by sages and prophets of the past and present, with endorsement from the present day management experts like Dr. Isaac Adizes, is integrity. I repeat, integrity. To add clarity to the term integrity, let's see the reaction of a situation, say a heavy rainfall, from two persons, that is, one having no integrity and another having integrity. Person with no integrity gathers information from all possible sources, demonstrating confusion and stressed state of mind, eventually creating panic. Whereas the person with integrity takes information only from reliable sources and discriminatively categorizes into those under one's control and that not under one's control. With this, he or she draws an action plan, thus managing the situation. Hope each of us later, after completion of this presentation, would spend time to heartfully brainstorm for the COVID-19 issue. Now, the vital question is, what are the components of integrity and is there a way to cultivate the same? Wisdom of those who excelled in their lives unveil the components of integrity as 1. Having an attentive mind, 2. A decluttered mind, 3. A devoted mind. Having an attentive mind is to demonstrate calmness, which means one's thoughts are streamlined naturally towards the involved work. Such a state can be achieved by practicing heartfulness meditation. Having a decluttered mind is to be composed, which means one's emotional baggages, because of individual complexities and impurities that act as obstacles for excellence, are willfully erased. Such a state of simplicity and purity can be achieved by practicing heartfulness cleaning. Having a devoted mind is to demonstrate confidence, which means one believes in himself or herself and constantly is connected to the higher power or source within himself or herself. This state of self-dependency can be achieved by heartfulness prayer. Dear all, these things are not just personal experiential convictions, but evidence-based. Here, I share an article which has shown to ameliorate the burnout of the healthcare professionals, thus enhancing their wellness. Also, the researchers in this have found an increased telomere length. Telomeres are structures at the tip of the chromosomes and they act as an aging clock. Short telomeres denotes aging as against the lengthening of telomeres means you lengthen your life in a healthy way. Browse and get more for such evidences. Now, let's see how we can cultivate the various components of integrity through the heartfulness practices. One way is through Masterclass Heartfulness. Steps are: type Masterclass Heartfulness in the Google. This page opens, and if you go to this Masterclass Heartfulness and click on it, the Heartfulness portal opens. As you like this, as you scroll down the scroll button, you will get click buttons to experience the free online series of meditation with our global guide, Sri Kamlesh Patel, affectionately known as Daji. Now, moving on to the second part, the weapons against airbornes. Airbornes include the infected splatter and the aerosols. And these are one of the dangerous routes of transmission for the novel coronavirus. The weapons against these airbornes can be remembered by the acronym Mr. God, where M stands for medicinal prophylaxis with hydroxychloroquine as per the recommendations of ICMR. R stands for the respirators, that is the N95s. G stands for the gowns and the gloves. O stands for the other protective aids such as eye goggles, face shields, and shoe covers. D stands for the disinfection of the operatory by 1% sodium hypochlorite bleach for the floors and 0.01% sodium hypochlorite irrigating solution for water lines. Also, HEPA filters and germicidal ultraviolet light are adjuncts to the operatory disinfectants. We all have been authoritatively mentored by our esteemed speakers from Indian Dental Association, Rajiv Gandhi University of the Health Sciences, and Dr. Gopi Krishna for Dentsply. So I shall not take your valuable time by going into its depth. To conclude, I personally invite each of you to try the heartfulness practices at your leisure while staying safe at home. With the resulting integrity, erase all the panic and heartfully brainstorm and note down your personal strategies to manage the present COVID-19 issue. For example, when to restart our practice is not in our hands. It depends on the government and the statutory body guidelines. However, updating with current protocols and guidelines, planning to procure the recommended aids, that is the weapons, and planning for a mock before we actually start treating patients are all in our hands. Such an integrated approach from our side will create trust among our assistants, consultants, and patients. Signing off with prayers, long live dentistry.